Hey you guys, I'm planning on putting more videos up as soon as I can get my magnifier glass replaced. I put it somewhere in my house, I don't know, so I ordered a couple more that was on sale on Amazon, and I'm just gonna try to put it somewhere where I can remember where I put it. Eventually I probably will find one, but instead of me trying to look for it, I just ordered a couple more because I've been looking for it for the last hour and I can't find it. I don't know where I did with it. I don't know. But without the mind, I can't see anything to read. I'm getting to the point where I need reading glasses. And my magnifier glass, at least it helps me see things bigger. And I had this other magnifier thing to read for books and stuff to give you light. But trying to read smaller print on a tarot card is so much, book is so much different than trying to use it for an actual paperback book. It's a different kind of prints, I guess, on there. So, anyways, at least I'm putting the Oracle cards up on shorts. And, it's also, it makes it hard for me to do lives too if I'm going to do reads and stuff without that way. But I did order it and it's going to be here tomorrow sometime before, late. And that's why I'm not trying to do much. And plus, my phone's been blowing up with phone calls. A whole nother situation. Anyways, I wanted to also say on here about a dream I had, and I haven't had dreams in a while, but this one was kind of interesting. So, I was like in a, I guess a vacation home, more so, that, people were coming over to have some kind of, gathering, like, like almost like a Wiccan covenant type situation. I don't know if that's the situation. That's the vibe I was getting with my dream. And there were pictures on the walls of water and so like anything with creeks and rivers and lakes and that kind of stuff, right? But if you looked out the window, you kind of could see an ocean on one side. And then if you went on, because it's like more like, not like a close neighbor, it's like more out, like an island kind of situation, I guess. But not an island, if that makes sense. Because there was like fresh water also nearby. Anyways, in this dream, it makes sense kind of with what I was told with NASA saying that there's the tilt back in April with so it's going to take longer for the sun to circle around the Earth, right? And everybody knows that there's been a lot of changes, and they can feel it with their spirit and everything. And so, I end up seeing in my dream like certain people coming and doing like different kind of psychic reading, tarot readings, that kind of stuff in the house. And somebody in this like little party kind of mentions that due to the changes of the Earth and its tilting and all that other stuff, that it opened up a portal somewhere that hasn't had a portal, and the portal's kind of like in the water. In some places, some people do believe, certain parts of portals have been closed with floods in the past. And so, in this dream, one of the people I saw in my dream ended up running into the ocean. So it seemed like, okay? And when she heard about the portal, and she was trying to swim to the portal to see what would happen. But as she was trying swim. Like, you know how there's shapeshifters and stuff. Like, some people believe there's shapeshifters, like, you know, and werewolves and that kind of stuff. But these is all water kind of things. So, like, water nymphs, mermaids, that stuff. I know I do mermaid things, but they were in the water, and one of them was like talking. You know, I know I use the name siren waterfall, and if you know anything about sirens, they are like mermaids who, you know, bring you into the water, and they trick, you know, they are tricksters that try to do certain things. Um and in so in this dream, you know, this one lady really thought she saw her mom, but her mom, she's like, no, when my mom died, apparently, I guess she got reincarnated into a mermaid, and she's coming through this portal, and she wants me to follow her. And it's like, wow, like, you know, some people are like, that's crazy. But like I said, this is a dream, and I'm having, but this, you know, someone was saying that, and other people were kind of being drawn to the waters, and we're seeing all sorts of different things that you wouldn't really see in the water, you know. That is kind of more you know, on the mythical side of stuff. So they're like, hey, listen, we've got water everywhere, and in here, and there's, it's coming through, and people were really trying to get into figuring out exactly where the little yeah, where to go in the water so they can see the portal and see where it's going to end up. Well, as they get closer and there's more creatures, and some of them started not being so nice. Not nice at all. And ones were warning others, like, no, go back. Don't go in here. You're not, you're going to regret it. And other things were like, trying like, oh yeah, come in, you know, see this stuff. And I feel like it's a conclusion of another dream I had back in 2017 about this creature that can swim very fast, and so you know, they were like finding things, and as they were going through the water and stuff, there was one other creature that was in there that was almost like an octopus, and that was definitely one to watch out for. It was not nice at all. And there are little mermaid, like the mermaids were like, yeah, stay away from those other the creatures if you're gonna go, you know, kind of like, well, we're not gonna stop you, but there's that. And one lady in my dream was like, really thought that if she goes and stuff, she's gonna find her mom. And it turned out to be a mermaid that could turn herself like a human, but it made herself look like this lady's mom. And I don't know what's going on. Like, maybe there was unfinished business, you know, the woman and stuff, but there really was some interesting things going on. So I think with the world being pulled in the directions, and I do believe in dimensions and the merging of stuff, that there's going to be more supernatural events happening. And I understand some people will say, like, oh, if you think you're mermaids, it's really like I know there's like sea creature, I forgot what is it, like not a dolphin but a manatees, yeah, manatees, you know, this, that. And it's, which is really interesting, because before I made this video and I was thinking about how I'm going to go on and tell you guys this dream, I turned on my phone today and I came across a video that kind of came up because on something I follow, somebody that I follow, and he was talking about werewolves and Bigfoot and other kind of mystical creatures that are out there. And he made the comment about Christopher Columbus' journal. He even talked about seeing mermaids. I know he supposedly have found actually, you know, the Bahamas, but and call it America. But yeah, he actually had a journal, and I thought that was kind of interesting, where he talked about mermaids, seeing them in the water, and so I think something's definitely afoot. Pay attention around your surroundings. Don't ignore your feelings right now. Your intuitions, that kind of stuff. Just pay attention, stay focused, and I think we're probably going to see these things coming through, and it really is interesting that that kind of came up, because after I was done watching this video, they talked about Christopher Columbus seeing mermaids. I saw another one that came up with old mythical story tells on how the mermaid stories kind of came up and how it started in one country and then to Greece and all to throughout other countries, and made the Disney movie that we know as The Little Mermaid. But how it's kind of started, not so kind story stuff, but I thought that was kind of interesting, because it basically said it was about a woman who was so in love and had a kid, and her husband died, and she threw herself into the ocean, and due to her heart and her free will, the gods blessed her as a mermaid, and she was able to walk between the path of both water and on earth. So I thought that was kind of interesting, so I think it's not coincidence that I have the pin, I chose the name I do for my channel, and doing that, what I done, because with being a water sign and knowing that, I thought that was kind of interesting. But keep up, and we'll post some more videos. I want to get back to the one card pulls. I just need something to help me read those cards a little bit better. And like I said, I'll have it tomorrow. I just wish I could find it now, and I just got tired of looking for it. So, who knows where it went to. But things kind of disappear on me. And when I'm probably not looking for it, it's probably when I'm going to find it. But I think I just order a couple more so I can read what I'm seeing. See, be able to read better and see the print so I can know what I'm reading. Anyways, just pay attention. There might be portals opening up in places that you probably wouldn't expect. Alright, bye.